So you saw a bunch of the back shoulder stuff, a bunch of the go routes. Let's talk about how he wins in the short game. A lot of it is still going to be against press coverage. This is an interesting one, not press, but major inside leverage the defender has taken up here. Clearly he's probably going to shade Harris to go down the sideline. Watch out for that back shoulder. And it's just a really, really good route by Harris. Look at him being really sudden, quick footwork outside of this stem. We'll watch it in slow-mo. So what I love is he does how quickly he eats up the ground, right? It's 1, 2, 3, and then that hard cut. Those 3 steps are all it takes to get the defender on his back, destroy that inside leverage. So it's going to be right, left, right, and it's the hard right stem. Right, left, right, and the defender gets completely on his back foot, right, thinking that, oh, he's going to go with the go. Cuts right across the face on his toes. Really catchable target. I like how he's already cutting upfield, right? It's the slant and then already cutting upfield as the ball is coming. That allows him to easily beat his defender, and he's one defender away from a touchdown here, right? If he breaks that tackle, it's a Jamar Chase touchdown. This angle won't show much, but it's that quick footwork, that hard jab and the sudden stem that gets him that initial separation. All right, now here we go. Similar setup here, a bit more of a press, but again, it's inside leverage, slightly less dramatic this time by the cornerback. And this time he's going to sell him the other way, right? He doesn't get the ball here, but this curl is really good, right? So the last time it was 3 hard steps, right? It was what was it? It was right, left, right. So this time, obviously, it's going to be the other way. So watch these first steps. You know, the left foot's back. So if it's a slant, it's going to be left, right, and then the hard left. So instead, it's the left, right, and then instead of the hard left being a plant right here, he's already getting in this sprinter stance, right? So the defender is like, ah, shit, I got to open up my stride and go back here. You can see this acceleration. And now it's 2 more steps and the hard turn. And look how far the defender spins around. You get this 3.5, 4 yards of separation here, right? So he has this ability to do it's 1, 2, or other way around. On this side, it's going to be 1 step, 2 steps, and then this step is either going to be long and accelerate, and that gets the defender dropping back, or it's the hard plant here and in, right? And the defender, again, has already started going back, has no answer to that, and he's turned around. Now, of course, if the defender doesn't do that, he's going to do what we saw a bunch of other times, right? Where he's just going to take that hard acceleration and beat it downfield. But you can see here, did a really good job setting up this curl route. Watch it one more time at full speed. All right, same setup here. Same setup. You got the inside leverage. Harris, a little bit off the line, right? Meant to be pressed, but Harris is off the line here, so you can't do it. And this time there's even more nuance to it. Love it. I love this play. Showing all these 3 back-to-back really shows you what he can do, right? So watch it slow-mo. So it's going to be 1, 2, and there's that acceleration, right? And then that hard stop. This time it was a curl. Instead of the acceleration, then 1, 2, 3, 4 steps in the curl, and it's an 8-yard curl. This time it's just a 5-yard curl. Same thing, though, where we get that 4 yards of separation on the edge. This is what I mean where, like, he's a better athlete than his, 40 time or, agility drills or whatever might say, because he has this urgency to him. Where he can completely sell guys, where he can change pace, decelerate, spin. This is what makes him not a guy like Alec Pierce, right? And it's why I have hope for him being a better zone beater to come as he plays more and has more, complex routes. All right, up at the top of the screen here, right on the line. Not against press, but again, it's against inside leverage. And again, manages to get inside. That's 4 plays in a row here. Obviously, these are not in a row in real life, but there is a 4 plays in a row that I'm showing you where the defender is set up to have inside leverage to prevent him from doing exactly what he ends up doing. This time, the way he does it, watch these 3 steps again. Left, right, and then it's that same acceleration step he just had, except now he takes those 2 more quick steps, and then it's the hard stem, right? So on the slant, it's gonna be the 1, 2 hard stem and in. This time it's the 1, 2 acceleration step, and then quick step, and then hard in. And look at the angle he takes. Look how much separation there is. Once again, he beats him by so much, he's able to spin up the field and leave him in his dust. Beat his guy for yak immediately, and this time it's a huge yak play. Good transition from catch to run. Just an awesome play. This type of shit is why I love Tre Harris. Watching full speed. Sends the defender for a hot dog. Watch it one more, you can see the separation he gets coming across the screen there. And then the quick transition and switch to run. It's really good stuff. All right, now he's in the slot, but he's on the line of scrimmage against press coverage. Looks like once again it's going to be inside leverage from the defensive back. Not really, actually. He's pretty much straight on here, giving him the 3-way out, right? Haven't seen Tre Harris run many out routes. That's because he really doesn't, but I think he could be really good at them, just given his, suddenness and size and ball skills, but we don't see it a whole lot. Slow plays a little bit off the line. Quick footwork. Let's actually watch this at full speed first. So this time it's a little bit of a slow play. Make the defender back up, eat that space, and it's a hard stem. Simple, but effective. Another really good hard stem, and this is where the hands come into play as well. You saw it on all the back shoulders. Now you can see it on the slant. Let's watch this a little slower. So again, it's going to be that 3-step, right? 1, 2, and then hard. Look how wide his left foot gets here, which he's making the cut off of. This is why he's able to be so sudden, because he gets so wide and so low, and all of his power shifts down here to this left foot. Gets so low into it, the defender has to bite this way, and he can just cut across his face. Once again, good job coming back to the football, and a really nice hands catch there. That suddenness and that size, combined with the ability to just snatch the ball out of the air like that, just makes him an absolute mess to cover in man coverage. See a similar setup here at the top of the screen. Does it even differently this way, right? This is the different skills, different tools he has in his box here. This time the defender is like, all right, I can't let him get these first 3 steps in, because every time he does, he's absolutely killing me. So on his second step, I'm going to come for the hit. So this time it's a 1-step slant, where it's just the 1 step, and as soon as he makes that left step, he's fighting with his hands, and he can burst inside. It's the 1-step slant, hand fights to get off the physicality, get off the press, and another high catch, right? This makes him such a weapon on third downs, right? Which you might not expect because his short area quickness isn't his skill set. But because he's able to get off press coverage, because he can do a 1-step slant, a 3-step slant, a 5-step curl, a 7-step curl, it all works. So now let's get into some of his intermediate routes. As I mentioned, he didn't run a whole lot of these. A lot of it was those shorter slants and curls, but we see some similar types of plays at more of an intermediate level here. A lot of that's going to be against more off coverage when he has room to do so. When it's not advantageous just to hit the back shoulder fade or the curl. Here, nearly 8 yards of separation. Cornerback clearly worried about him hitting him deep as he has a few times already in this game. And a really nice route here. Ignore that the throw ever came or was off target. But we'll see here, he's basically running a very similar type of strategy where he's accelerating right before the curl, and this is what makes him so effective at these comeback type routes. Slow it down just a little bit. So watch him eat up this ground, and then right here, you're going to see him start to hit the post, right? When you're running straight at him, the defender can just get in his back paddle. He's very comfortable. But as soon as Tre Harris threatens this post, right, that hard right foot elongates the stride, threatens the post. 8 has to open up his stride. He's running all the way back, and look at him getting spun here. Can't stop as fast as Harris. And there's that 3-4 yards of separation that we've seen him being able to pick up on a pretty consistent basis. Let's watch this one more time on full speed so you can see the angle adjustment to the post, the elongated legs, and then the hard breakdown and curl. Not going to be able to see much from this angle as it wasn't really an accurate throw, but you can see some of the separation he gets here. And not really. All right, next one's top of the slot here, top of the stack here, rather. Again, it's going to be against this off coverage, similar 8 yards of separation there. Oh, it's so much fun to watch. And it's a similar route here, right? Where it's the same thing, right? And this is why I love where he can do so many different combinations. Where he's going to, let's get to the eraser. He's going to threaten the post once again. Threaten the post. But then when he breaks down, and again, you can see the defender, same thing, right? Sticks out this arm. He's overcommitting this way, completely lost. But instead of just curling here, he's going to hit this deep out. Defender literally falls down, turns him completely around because that's a, 200-degree angle that Harris is taking, right? From here, from facing this way all the way to facing this way. So that's what, a 135-degree cut. Completely gets the defender fooled. So there's not a lot of these on his tape, but what we do see is pretty nice. Again, we got off coverage here. This time it's outside leverage he's attacking. And it's solid, right? It's nothing sexy there, but again, we see a little bit of that sharp cut. We see a little bit about, right, the in breaking there, and then a sharp stem to get out on the out. Create separation. Same thing on the out against outside leverage here. He's got to threaten inside, and then it's the quick footwork to get out there. So it slows down just a little bit. Right, so he's, giving up basically a yard of horizontal leverage here that he's got to make up for by threatening inside. He kind of slow plays this one, but you can see the angle of his feet coming this way. Slow plays it, gets to the stem, and then it's just a hard jab. Defender moves the wrong way, gets outside. The way Ole Miss's offense is structured, Dart's really not told to target that route a whole lot, but in a different offense, you can see why his man-to-man beating skills are just incredible. Same thing here against off coverage, giving up inside leverage. It's just so nice. This is like the Devontae Adams route, right? Where you fake the post and hit the sail. Watch as he gets to the post, right? So right around the 20-yard line, accelerate, and then the hard breakdown, full 135-degree cut, and now look at the high hands at the end. This is why I think he can be such a threat on these out routes and corner routes that he just didn't have a chance to run that much at Ole Miss. This dude is an absolute problem. Same thing, off coverage, against inside leverage this time. Again, it's that nice acceleration there that you can see. So it's the 3 steps, right? So it's let's watch. It's right, left, right, and then accelerate, and then turn. Right? It's like, it looks like it's his maybe 5th or 6th step that he just hits that little long. You see it kind of floats a little bit. Right? So it's quick, 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 hezzy, long, and then turn. And there's that 3 yards of separation. Comes back to the football, makes a difficult low catch. It's really nice stuff.